Pope Francis has one more stop on his U.S. tour. Tomorrow, the pontiff heads to Philadelphia, and tonight he led a mass at Madison Square Garden. Some 20,000 people packed the arena for the service, which included segments in Latin, Spanish, and English. The mass ended with a standing ovation. The pontiff began his day by addressing the General Assembly of the United Nations. Pope Francis said that urgent action is needed on the environment to halt the destruction of God's creation. He is the fifth pope to speak before the UN. The Pope's visit continued with a stop at Ground Zero. The pontiff met briefly with family members of some of the fallen first responders. Following a solemn service at the September 11th Memorial Museum, Pope Francis toured some of the exhibits.
No more appearances are scheduled for Pope Francis in New York, so now the attention shifts to Philadelphia. Jennifer Lee has been following the Pope this week, and she joins us now from Rockefeller Center with a preview of what's ahead.
Good evening, Keith. The Pope leaves for Philadelphia in the morning, bound for the World Meeting of Families. And among those who are eagerly awaiting his arrival there are 6 Jesuit high school seniors from Tampa.
Let us pray to the Lord.
Jesuit High School in Tampa has a rich history dating back to 1899. The young men who attend the all-boys school can tell you their faith is more than just a foundation.
Jesuits strive to work in the world, not away from it.
So to see one of their own, Pope Francis, become the first ever Jesuit pope is, to say the least, inspiring.
And I can still remember when Pope Francis was elected and the excitement around the school and everything, and the TVs were on and everybody was watching the news.
Now, to have that pope come to the U.S. is simply a can't-miss opportunity of a lifetime.
Just to be around him in his presence, I've heard so many things about how everyone is just captivated in his presence.
J.J. Niekro, Michael Lee, Brett Gajewski, and 3 other Jesuit classmates will all be in Philadelphia for the Pope's visit. And already, these high school seniors are taking note of who Francis is and, more importantly, what he does for the world around him.
During Lent, he washed the feet of the prisoners in Rome, and also he gave free haircuts to the homeless in Rome. And what he does is absolutely spectacular. As a pope, he really touches the hearts of all the people, from the poor to the rich. He can relate to everyone through emotions and through his actions as a Catholic and as a human being.
It's the same message of service and mercy they hear at school, now coming to them from a global stage and a leader suddenly so accessible.
Pope Francis will celebrate Mass tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning in Philadelphia, and he will wrap up the third and final leg of his U.S. visit when he leaves for Rome Sunday evening, Keith.
Well, Jen, let's talk about these young men from Jesuit High School. How did they get this chance to attend the World Meeting of Families? That's a big deal. What an honor.
It is. It's pretty cool how this all unfolded. They basically put out the offer at school a couple of months ago, and they had so many young people say they were interested in going. They had to hold a kind of lottery, and these 6 young men, they basically won the jackpot.
Boy, did they. Jen Lee from Washington to New York. Next stop, Philadelphia. Thanks so much for your reporting. Enjoyed it all along the way. More to come. We'll see you soon. And we will have more coverage of the Pope's historic visit throughout the weekend. Jen will share the trip with you during every newscast right here on News Channel 8.